So my name is Baaba Baidoo. I'm a Ghanaian and I'm the owner of Miss Boss Hair Salon. So we are a hair company, if I should say, or a salon. We do all things hair, nails, and makeup, but we specialize in alternative hairstyles. So we do the traditional hair, but then we add on with alternative hairstyles. Okay, so in 2011, I lost my job. That was back in the UK, and I naturally have a flair for hair, so I had to survive. So that's how come I got into hair. I went to a salon to start work, and I started from there learning the ethics of the job and all. So I started as a result of me losing my job. As I said earlier, we specialize in alternative hairstyles. So we have the traditional hairstyles like the weaves, the washing, the blow dries, and all. We do all that. But then we have the other things that people look out for. These days, people are quite tired of the wigs, the weaves, and all that. So we've recently introduced the micro beading. There is also the Brazilian knot. We've got the eye tips. We've got the fusion extensions. And we are looking to add on other alternatives for the natural hair people. So we just don't do hair, we add on. So when you come, whatever you want to do, we sort of have something for you. And I should say our customer service is a standout. Anyone that has enjoyed our services has said it, either through a third party or directly to us. We've had excellent customer service reports. So I would say, aside we doing the alternative hairstyles, our customer service, because we pride ourselves in that. We think that anyone that sits in our chair, even if you're not going to come back, you should live with an experience that is worth having again. So yes. There are a few, but I'll speak for my industry. The hair, the water, and the electricity are the two biggest challenges. The electricity is not very stable. So then you have to back yourself up by getting a generator set. And that's not cheap as well. And customers don't care whether you have a generator or not. Your price has to be standard. So you have to put in the bill of the generator just so you can keep your business going. And the water is fairly stable as compared to the electricity, but then you have to have backup. So it's a bit challenging because I rely mainly on water and electricity. So if the water is even out for a day, it's a big hassle for us. So it's a big challenge, very, very big one. Yes. I'm 90% financed, self, and then 10 family bought into it. So basically, I'm carrying it. I carried it all by myself, basically. Yes, at the start. I looked at the option of getting a loan, but then I was made to know, or should I say, I was given the hard reality, as in the loans are not very cheap. They come with a very high margin from the 23 to the 30%. And being that I'm a new salon, I didn't know what my turnover was going to be and all that. So I should say family was very kind to me by sitting me down and letting me know the challenges involved and all. And then where I needed to have gone for the loan, they supported me there. So I didn't go to any bank or any loan shark. God being so good, yes. But I invested everything that I had, every last penny into it because I believed in it. And yes, I did. My competition is having so many mini salons around. So currently, I'm sandwiched between 3 or 4 salons on the same street. And in as much as they are not given the services that I am given and not performing for me, to the standard they should, they are regardless a salon, they are business, and they have the tendency of cutting into your customer base. So that's a big competition for me. And Ghana is home. A lot of talent, a lot of skills here. So someone can just erect a container shop around, not caring where you are or the expertise you have. They erect a container shop, so they are spending less in the setup, less skills and everything, and still people will troop in because then they'll be charging less than you, and they'll be taking more of your client, not more, but they'll be taking customers away from you. So that's a hustle actually. That's a big competition. You really need to do your research. Forget the the hype about going home, resettling and all. You really need to do your research. You need to save, have a lot of money, because Ghana is a cash drain. Everything is expensive and there's no normalization for price. So today you go and buy, say, sugar for 1 cedi, you go back 2 days later, it's 1 cedi 50 pesos. So you really have to save a lot as an entrepreneur. And if it's a one-man job, you don't have to immediately pay yourself. But if it's a job where you'd have to employ skilled labor, you really have to prepare yourself for that as well. All the information you need to set up business, you have to go out and search for them. The websites and things, they don't really help because most of the time they're not updated. So you have to look for friends and family, people who are in the industry and the sector which you want to set up. You have to look to them, you have to rely on their knowledge, they pass down knowledge, and then you build on from there. And also Ghanaians are very social people, I've come to realize, especially for my industry. So when I came back, I thought, oh, hairdressing, it'll be easy to set up and all. After all, every woman has to do their hair, so it won't be difficult to make it. But that was a lie. Ghanaians go to who they know and who has made the name. So if you haven't got a lot of social connections, which I had lost a lot of connection considering the time I'd been away for, you really need to re-establish yourself gradually. Get into the Ghanaian culture before you finally set up, because Ghanaians live on word of mouth. Oh, I've heard this. This is good. This is good. This is good. So, for you to have an easy setup and ease into the economy, I think you should really be a social person. Not necessarily go out, but know people, talk to people, and have your presence known and felt. That really helps. That really, really helps. I think Better Business Africa is a fantastic idea because, as I said, most of these websites, they are just there. Ceremony, they are just there. They don't really provide you with much information as you need. But with something like Better Business Africa, you go on there and you learn things that you would normally want to know on a government website or on things like that. I learned about the 1% tax on Better Africa, and I never knew that. So I think it's good. It helps share your experience. It helps share the challenges that people are facing, and it makes you feel you're not alone. And I think it's a fantastic idea. A lot of setups need that. A place where you can go and get knowledge from people who are in the field with you. So I think it's a fantastic idea. Permanently, no. I mean, home is home. Regardless of the challenges, home is home. There are challenges everywhere. There are things I wish we would change in Ghana that is at a snail's pace. It's being changed, but it's a very, very, very slow pace. But to relocate to the UK, no. I would go visit, yes. But I have to come and contribute to the build-up of Ghana. We have to make it work. I can never say the UK is home, but Ghana is home. So what we've gone to learn out there, the expertise we've got out there, it's not time for us to come home and build Ghana. It's not easy, but I won't give up. There are better days ahead. I won't give up. So, the electricity I talked about. Can you imagine? A customer sits in your chair. You're all excited. I mean, in my early days, getting a customer is not easy. So you get a customer and you're all excited to do the hair and show them what you can do. And in the course of washing their hair, our water uses a pump from the polytank. So the pump is connected to electricity. The course of washing the hair, the electricity goes off. What do I do? You have a customer in your chair, you're washing the hair. And that's not one, but it's 2 times this happened, yes. So I had to rush and get a generator. Yes. And this wasn't in the era of doomsaw. So this is in the era of electricity has been fixed. So you can imagine how bad. Sometimes the electricity goes off from 8 a.m. to about 6 p.m. I've had experience where the electricity went off morning, it didn't come off until the following day, midday. So imagine if you're not prepared, if you don't have your generator, but your business will be suffering. It will really be suffering. So I think so far, this is my worst. Having to apologize to the customer over and over because I couldn't dry the hair. The electricity was off and their hair is drenched, not fully rinsed. So in the first case, we had just finished rinsing it. So she sat down to air dry for a while, about 30 minutes, hoping the electricity would come on. It didn't, so she left. And the second time, I apologized. I couldn't do anything. I didn't have any other water available because I was counting on the water in the poly tank and the electricity was off, so the pump couldn't work. So I just had to apologize over and over and over. And sadly, she hasn't been back since. Oh. I lost a customer because of Ghana Electricity Company or PDF.